let's get into this cocktail. This cocktail is called the Ankle Breaker. This cocktail was created for a guy whose name was Francis Marion, but I think he would prefer his nickname, which was the Swamp Fox.
We're riding with the Swamp Fox, there's a price upon his head. Yes, we're riding with the Swamp Fox till the enemy is dead.
Swamp Fox, tail on his hat. Nobody knows where the Swamp Fox at.
Leslie frickin' Nielsen played the Swamp Fox. He was in the Revolutionary War, basically one of the first people ever to do guerrilla warfare. Why do I bring up Francis Marion at all? Why do I even talk about this dude? The cocktail's called the Ankle Breaker. It doesn't matter whether he's a swamp fox or whether he is a sky dog or whether he is some sort of mountain ferret. It doesn't matter what he was. Francis Marion had this cocktail named after him, not just himself, but after an action that he took. Apparently, during the Revolutionary War, Francis, the Swamp Fox, walked into a room where there was a big old party going on. Now, let me paint the picture. This room is on the second floor. He saw that everybody was just drinking and having a great time. People were drinking a cocktail that had some overproof rum, some cherry brandy, some lemon juice, and a little bit of sweetener. And you know what he did? He did not drink it. In fact, he so did not want to drink it that he jumped out of the window. What happens when you jump out of a two-story window? It turns out, broke his ankle. He said, as I am the Swamp Fox, I know you guys are going to want to get me wasted. I can't do it tonight, and instead of just leaving out that door, I'm going out the window. Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, saw people were enjoying a cocktail very similar to the one we're about to make, jumped out of a window so he didn't have to drink it, broke his ankles, and thus we have one of the great cocktails that uses 151, and let me say, one of the great cocktails of all time, the Ankle Breaker. We've put this sort of in its historical place. Let's put it into our historical face. For the most part, the big three ingredients in this are all in equal parts, and we are going to reach back here and grab the first equal part to this. It is a 151 proof rum. It is 75.5% alcohol. It seems like 151 is kind of a new thing, like a thing that rums are now doing, like a trend that they're doing. In fact, the 151 would have been much closer to the rum that they would have had back in the Swamp Fox's day. We'd have sort of high proof, big, fat, thick, alcohol-y rums, and this would be pretty similar. That isn't I'm not breaking the historical correctness. This is not a anachronism. Remember that word. This is not an anachronism. They would have had 151 proof rum. So let's go ahead and put in 1 ounce of some dark 151. He's a Swamp Fox, I'm a Sly Fox. Slyly throw just a little bit more rum in there. Next ingredient is an underutilized ingredient, in my opinion. There are some great cocktails that have this. One of my very favorites that uses this ingredient is one called the Blood and Sand. It is cherry brandy. Why would they have cherry Morlasco? Why would they have cherry hearing just sort of lying around at the time of the Revolutionary frickin' War? It's just cherry brandy. And they would have made brandy out of literally anything. If they could get away with it, they would have made brandy out of horses. Out of horse dung, probably. These dudes just wanted to drink. So instead of making it out of horse poo, they just made it out of cherries. Very, very simple to make some cherry brandy. So again, not an anachronism, and we are still plugging along. This absolutely could have shown up at this big party where Francis jumped right out of a window. Go ahead and put in 1 ounce of some cherry brandy. We got 11, we made it dizzy, and now we can cut it up. We're gonna go ahead and just give this a nice roll. We're gonna cut this guy in half. We're gonna squeeze out 1 ounce of some lemon juice. You can drink this cocktail like this if you want, but because we have put so many big flavors. I mean, let's be honest. The cherry hearing, the cherry Morlasco, those are big flavors. Those are big, thick things. So is the 151. So we want to sort of bring an element to this that is going to sort of calm some of the harsher bits of that, and also make the rest of them pop, make sort of that lemon pop. And so in that, we're gonna reach down here, we're gonna grab our Frank's Red Hot bottle that contains what? Simple syrup. We only need a little bit of simple syrup. Put in half an ounce of simple syrup. Okay. Nice big shake. Lots of ice, obviously. What do I always say? Lots and lots of ice, guys. Don't worry about ice. Make sure you have plenty of ice at all times. More ice in the shaker, the better your drink's gonna be. The less watery, the more cold. Here we go. Big old shake. 1, 2, 3. Grab our ice. Go ahead and slice a little bit of ice. Looking really good. Got a real nice clear piece of ice going in here. And we are going to pour her in. We should just strive to say all cocktails should be right around this color. A couple shades more brown, maybe a shade more red will work out, but I think they should all be right around this color. It is a perfect cocktail color. This is the ankle breaker. A guy that struck fear into the hearts of those filthy red coats that were coming to try and tax us when we didn't want to be taxed. We don't want any taxes, we said. We will throw the freaking tea right into the freaking harbor right now because we're not taking taxes. This guy said, you know what? It's on me, boys. I will start to kill these guys so that we don't have to get taxed. A guy so fearsome that he created guerrilla warfare was so afraid of this cocktail that he jumped out of a second-story window and broke his ankle. Thus, we have the name, the Ankle Breaker. Cheers to all of you, and to the Ankle Breaker, and to the Swamp Fox for the good stuff you did. We're not cheersing to everything that you did, okay, pal? We're not even gonna get into some of the bad stuff he did, but to the good stuff. Everybody's good and bad. Cheers. Oh, listen. I would train, if I could, to jump from the first floor to the second floor in order to get this cocktail. If every time I was gonna drink this cocktail, I had to get into a bed and have Kathy Bates be my nurse and put that block in between my ankles and then smash my ankles, break them, give me the hobbler, I would have to think about it for a second. I would have to think, I really like the drink, but I really don't want to be hobbled at this moment. I have a lot going on, but it would be a thought. The drink is that good. It really only works with 151 proof or some high proof rum. It should strike fear into the hearts of all of your enemies, so much so that you make them jump out of a second-story window, break their own little ankles. Let me do this real quick. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share and hit the little bell button. And then when you scrolls down, you push the all situation. And then every time I go live, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, it'll give you a little ding, bing, in your pocket. And you'll say, oh, that's that Kush ding. It is time for Kush to go to do his little work, and I will be there to watch it with all of my friends and all of the people that also like this show. So, like, subscribe, and share, and comment, and hit the bell. That is what I got for you. Let me play the music. It goes like this. Do 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 do.